We leave the Principality and come to Baku for the Baku City Circuit, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So 3 different winners so far this year: Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, and most recently Sergio Perez. It's time for Baku and Canada as a double-header back-to-back before the British Grand Prix marks the halfway stage of the season, with Austria as well a week later. France and Hungary take us to the summer break before a triple-header in Belgium, Netherlands and Italy, rounding out on the 11th of September. Then a 3-week break, another little holiday for us all, before the 2nd of October race in Singapore is back-to-back with Japan. Then a 2-week break before the United States and Mexico goes back-to-back as well for round 19 and 20. A 2-week break, and then the season rounds out in Brazil and Abu Dhabi on the 20th of November. In the driver's standings, Max Verstappen leads by just 9 points to Charles Leclerc. 15 points separate the top 3, with Sergio Perez going into 3rd. George Russell has a small advantage of a point over Carlos Sainz. Lewis Hamilton, the furthest back of the top 6, only on 50 points. Lando Norris is 7th, Valtteri Bottas, Esteban Ocon and Kevin Magnussen round out the top 10. On the second page, Daniel Ricciardo is on the same point as Yuki Tsunoda. They are a point clear. Fernando Alonso on 10. Pierre Gasly, Sebastian Vettel as well in a battle, 6 points to 5 points. Alexander Albon on 3. Lance Stroll 2. Zhou Guanyu, the last driver with points. Schumacher, Hülkenberg and Latifi still pointless. In the Constructors' Championship, it's Red Bull leading the way by a significant margin of 36 points to Ferrari. Then Mercedes still in 3rd place but too far back. McLaren have an advantage over Alfa Romeo to complete the top 5, but Alpine are only a point behind. AlphaTauri have 2 points cleared to Haas. Aston Martin 7 points, Williams still on 3. It's the Azerbaijan Grand Prix at the Baku City Circuit, and it's time for Free Practice 1. Let's take a look around the Baku City Circuit, a 6.003 kilometre circuit, 20 corners in total, and the longest straight in Formula 1. This is a tough, challenging circuit, but provides great racing. You're already 8th gear, flat out as you cross the start line, down towards turn number 1, brake hard, turn in 3rd gear, tight entrance as well, but it's the perfect opportunity for an overtake as well with the DRS. Into turn 2, another 90 degree, left-hander, 3rd gear, open up the DRS, and now just hurtle down the back straight away, maximum 8th gear as well, before you hit the braking zone into turn number 3. Once again, 3rd gear, 90 degree left before the first 90 degree right corner at turn 4, past the apartment buildings as well that cost over $1 million just to be in there for the weekend. Down as well now into turn 5 and 6, the chicane, hug the inside line, it tightens up now as well, the track width sort of narrows as you approach the castle section, all the way, turn 7 now in 2nd gear, hug the inside line, jump the curb, turn 8, just the tightest corner in Formula 1, it wants to hurtle you towards the barriers, past the castle section, up in towards turn 9, 10, 11 and 12 at the exit. Now sweep open throughout turn 13 and 14, up into 8th gear as well as you approach the braking zone for turn 16 now. Heavy on the brakes, down into 3rd gear, another 90 left. Downhill, quite a dramatic drop as well. The braking zone can be tricky as you come in towards the last corners. Now 13 again. Now open up a full acceleration, your full overtake battery power, sling the car in through turn 20 as well, and then that's it. It's flat out from now all the way until the line. 8th gear, the engine already singing before you open up the DRS button now and hurtle down across the control line. It's fast, it's busy, it's abrasive, it's Baku, and that was a lap guide. It's eyes down for full house here in Azerbaijan, Baku, for round 8 of the 2022 Formula 1 World Championship. Anticipation is at an all-time high for this one, mainly because this is the Street Fighters at its best. This 6.003 kilometre circuit as well has delivered us with 5 Grand Prix, and they have been absolutely awesome because it is the biggest straight in Formula 1 combined with the widest track in Formula 1 at both the widest and the narrowest parts. To combat this, the softest tyres are here this weekend as well. Many people say it's a mistake, but it is soft red C5, yellow medium C4, and white hard C3 as well. Anticipation is bubbling below the surface as well for this one. It is the first one, and we are 3 minutes away from the start of practice number 1 for the hashtag Azerbaijan Grand Prix. 26 degrees air temperature as well. Track temperature is at 43 degrees, looking once again quite competitive, quite high. 43% humidity as well, which again looks absolutely mega. Looks like Sky are keeping their headsets and have ditched the others. So new headsets for Sky looks like, which is disappointing because the other ones were better, but still, that's nice to see that they're keeping together. The wind here as well is absolutely massive. It is only 1 kilometre an hour, it says, but it is blowing around everywhere at the moment in time as well. Now, hopefully as well, I'll be joined by Megan Burch up here in the comments box as well, and we're almost all set to go for this session as well. The wind is blowing the trees around as well. That's going to give the straight line speed down the back straightaway an absolute mammoth job as well. Now, no Ted Kravitz down in the pit lane this weekend as well, which is a disappointment. So Naomi Shift is going to go down there in this first practice session as well. Damon Hill is going to be mumbling around the paddock as well, bringing all the news, views and opinions for what we need as well. I don't know what's happened here with this flag. Maybe I think someone's been in the commentary box without me knowing, as well as move things over. But still, we're all set then. We've had our attention on World Endurance Championship for too long. It's time to turn it back to Formula 1 because this year's championship is looking absolutely fantastic. Just 16 points separate that of Sergio Perez, Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen in the standings. As you can see here, it is awesome. Verstappen 125, Leclerc 116, Perez 110, then Russell's 84 points back. Look at Hamilton, only on 50 points as well in those standings. He's definitely got a lot of work to catch up on as well. 1 minute 18 seconds until the green light goes on at the end of the pit lane. We have got our driver tracker in operation. Now, it is, again, coming from the F1 app. We'll have our actual driver tracker, hopefully, in practice number 2. But there's some track facts for you. 2016, we raced here. Didn't race here in 2020 due to COVID, so take that one off your list. But 6.003 kilometres, 51 laps ahead of us on Sunday. 306.049 kilometres. Lap record here is a 143.009 as well. That is the overall race lap record that was set back in 2019 by Charles Leclerc. Pole time here 141.218 seconds as well, to give you an average of what it was. Winners here, Nico Rosberg won in 2016, Danny Ricciardo won the first Azerbaijan Grand Prix in 2017, Hamilton won 18, Bottas won 19, and Perez won in 21 as well. Karun Chandler is with us actually, and he's down the pits. Morning, Karun.
It's really funny because actually look at the weather vane on the top of the Mercedes pit wall. You could see on our camera it's not even spinning, guys, and that's because this pit building and this enormous government building, which you'll see with the big heli shots, I'm sure, are blocking out the wind. So the wind is it's basically coming across the start-finish straight at the moment. I just spoke to Laurent Mekies there on the Ferrari pit wall. They expect it to turn 180 degrees and come off the sea for race day, but for today and tomorrow it's going to come this way. Now that's going to be a big challenge for turns 15 and 16 because you're going to have the wind coming behind you as you turn through the apex of 15, as I said on the Skypad earlier. One of the most challenging corners on the circuit, if not the most. And then 16, where you need a good exit, you're going to have the wind come behind you. The Mercedes drivers heading out. They've got an updated car here. Look at that. Skinny rear wings on the back of both George Russell and Lewis Hamilton's cars. They've got a shorter, lower downforce front wing as well, of course, to balance it out. 7 of the teams have got wing updates for this weekend. But yeah, it's warming up nicely here. Unfortunately, there's not much wind where I'm standing to cool me down.
Move further down, Karun. I know.
Yeah, that seems to be good as well. The cars are heading out onto the track. Then, as you can see on the driver tracker, Bottas, Gasly, Sainz, Zhou, Ocon, Latifi, and there's Ricciardo, Schumacher in the middle of that one. There's also Noda, Norris, Leclerc, Hamilton, Vettel, Stroll, all coming out onto the track then.
For the tires, no, but for you, probably yes.
That was Gasly saying, do we think we need a cool-down lap or a run-up lap as well? They say for you, probably so. But this then, a fantastic circuit, a challenging circuit, a tight circuit as well for everyone to get right. 58 minutes to go in this session, and we can't wait to get going out there as well. Now, we are going to have also, throughout this broadcast as well, some messages from what happened in the drivers' press conference that was earlier on as well, because there have been a lot of things swinging around as well about Mohammed Ben Sulayem, about Danny Ricciardo's future in Formula One, Pierre Gasly as well, Sergio Perez signing the deal. There is a lot to talk about and a lot of action as well to keep maintained as the sector times start to come over here as well. Sergio Perez heading down out of turn 3 on the run down to turn 4, one of the DRS zones here this weekend. Runs it up at a high gear. Well, probably will need to run it up, but a higher gear as well and higher temperature. Going to be a lot of fun, this one. Winner in Monaco then, Checo Perez. His third ever career win. He now lies third in the standings on 110 points as well. Is he genuinely a title contender? I would say yes, as a hopeful F1 fan, but as somebody who knows Red Bull, no, not a chance. He's not going to be anywhere near the championship fight. They're going to focus on Max Verstappen rather than Charles Leclerc, but that's disappointing considering the fact that Perez has been so consistent this year. Also been consistent is George Russell, always inside the top 5 at every single race he's done so far this year. That is just absolutely insane, and hopefully as well he's going to have a good run throughout it. Sebastian Vettel has got a low rear wing aero package as well. He's just flying out there on the circuit as the timings start coming through for this first practice. It is about a 1 minute 45 lap, as you can see. So on an out lap, it takes 2:20. So bear that in mind. Vettel's on the radio.
See if they can keep it going.
Down the straights with the steering.
Sebastian Vettel having a bit.
Yeah, Vettel says a lot of wandering down the straights with the steering. That's never good news to hear as well, to see if there's any sort of problems as he heads down in towards turn 1 from 8th gear all the way down to 3rd gear. Braking zones, switches it towards the 90-degree left, then a 90-degree right as well. It's quite a disappointing run of form here as well to try and keep up with. But it has its moments, this track. It does give us some exciting runs as well. If you're in the YouTube chat, by the way, get in touch. Use the hashtag as well, JB Motorsports on Twitter, at Joshua Burch 99 on both Instagram and Twitter if you want to send a direct message as well, where you are watching from. Megan says that she'll be in a minute as well, but already a bit late to the box, but no worries. As they come through, hello to Josh
Only
Perez.
thing is the left mirror not working well, so right mirror only. Copy.
I literally just said that you were going to walk in as well. Hello, Megan.
Hi.
How are you this morning? It's all ready, aren't we, for Formula One?
Hungry.
Not surprised.
Now,
Now,
been up an hour.
Formula One, Megan. We've gone World Endurance so long. Formula One time now as well. You're leading the qualifying session. Are you ready for Baku? I know you're not going to be with us for the race itself because you're covering it, so it's sort of like a very weird situation this weekend. You're around, but not in the commentary box for the race itself.
I think I'm ready for Baku.
Yeah, you'll think you're ready for Baku. Yeah.
I guess we'll never know.
Well, Megan's filling in on practice 1 here and on qualifying.
It's a shame because I love Baku.
Say again?
It's a shame because I love Baku.
Blame Le Mans. I know. Everyone loves Baku. But don't worry, you can watch the race, don't worry. Yeah, I'll put another screen up for you, and you can keep an eye on it. Lewis Hamilton, look at that proporting, Megan, as well. Their head bouncing up and down, and this is going to. This is what we were worried about, wasn't it? Here in Baku, the longest straight in Formula One, as you can see, from the back of turn 16 all the way to turn 1. So that's another 4 corners. It's flat out straight. And you're constantly bouncing up and down, and your head's going wobbling around. The proporting is.
Okay, we can reduce EB for now. EB9, and we keep checking.
No, I need more if anything.
Okay, let's stay where we are for now.
Yeah, Megs, go on. It's like you're
on a trampoline.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with your mic. I'm going to turn the gain up a little bit, see if that works.
Maybe that will.
Yeah. Yes.
Good.
Yeah, it's like you're on a trampoline constantly as well as they come through. So it is having that error. I don't think the driver tracker is actually working just yet, which is a shame. But anyway, let's go over quickly to the YouTube chat and say hello to Josh, who's in there. Hello, Josh. Who's hanging around in the pit lane as well. He'll give us some information via the text chat if anything happens up there at the moment. But right now,
that's the thing I was thinking about.
the castle section.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 8 meters wide, the castle section, at its narrowest point. And yet this is
And I get to miss it.
Yeah, I know. It's not nice, is it?
Yeah. I love that section. Love that section.
Yes, well, don't worry. You may, but you do get to do qualifying, which is more exciting than the race half the time.
Yippee.
Well, you're off at Le Mans, so that's unless you want to take lead commentary of F1, and I'll go do Le Mans.
Do you really think that'll work out in your head?
No, because I'd rather miss Le Mans than do and do F1 than the other way around. Lewis Hamilton then circulating. First sector times coming in the boards. Verstappen's fastest, a 1:48.574. Perez second, 9/10 off the pace. Hamilton crosses the line now, trying to avoid the bumps and find the best way. He's 3 seconds off. It's a 1:52.238 for Hamilton. Oh, and that's Mick Schumacher.
He's not having a good week.
Yeah, he hasn't crashed, but he's gone down an escape road.
He will be happy to push again.
Oh, it's an alarm.
It's a torque protection because of the water pressure. It's okay, so we'll just come in slowly, Mick. Okay, Mick, we need to stop the car. We need to stop the car.
Down at turn 12.
There's a water retention, and it's a virtual safety car.
At least it happened in practice 1.
Yeah,
Race.
virtual safety car deployed. So Mick Schumacher, who was told no more crashes, no more problems, just 8 minutes in on his first run, water retention in the car, and he's stopped out on the circuit.
Very unlucky. for
Mighty,
him.
yeah.
Oh.
And look, it's not water retention, Megan. The water line has failed, and it's gushing out the side of the car. So
Right in
that's
the track.
That's water. That's oil. I think they'll have to red flag to get some cement dust down there to soak it all up, because the water line has failed, the oil line's failed as well. Now, that's not Mick's fault. That is completely on the fact of the team as well.
Yeah, they should have checked that before he
Yeah.
went out there.
So,
'Cause
yes.
how long has that been doing that?
Yeah, is it done in the pit lane? Did it rupture on the way to the track? That's really bizarre. Anyway, virtual safety car deployed. The cars are now going ultra slow around the track, as well as it come through. This is Carlos Sainz under the virtual safety car, so only allowed to go at 80 kilometers. He's on the radio.
The bouncing doesn't feel nice on the car.
It's called proposing, Carlos. Proposing.
Everybody was worried about this proposing issue, especially here in Baku. Their teeth are gonna be falling out.
Street circuits are horrible with proposing. We even saw it in Le Mans.
Yeah, yesterday in the World Endurance. Yeah, not good. Let's take a look at the YouTube chat quickly as we're under the virtual safety car. Josh says, don't mind me with a bacon, lettuce and tomato, BLT. Josh says, Josh needs a break from the Mans for F1. Lol. Yes, I go do a 24-hour race and then come straight into Formula 1.
I can handle it.
Yeah, Megan's off at Le Mans as well.
I've been doing this 10 years. I can handle it by now.
Yeah, so Megan is taking lead commentary of qualifying tomorrow. And then, as the green flag goes back out, so we are back to green flag running here.
Just as I finish my breakfast.
Yes. Megan is taking lead commentary of Le Mans for 3 hours while I go do F2 and F1. But they're at different times. So it's like an hour as I go do F2. Then it's 2 hours while I go do F1. But F1 is on an extreme limit. As soon as the checker flag falls, we're going off air, coming back for the last hour of Le Mans. And then later on in the evening, the Grand Prix review, we're going to have the podium ceremony like we did back in Bahrain. As my voice is already going.
Oh, that's not,
Yellow.
not good. Oh, who's down now?
Yeah, who's gone off where on the track? It's a yellow flag, and it's Sector 7. Let's hear from Sector 1, sorry. So
Yeah.
Vettel.
It's really a nightmare with the steering.
7G.
Double yellow
Cars
Sector
wandering around
6.
all over the place. I have very
Oh, wait,
little
no.
feeling as well for 13,
Green again.
as well as 17,
Must have
18,
gone
19.
wide.
Copy that, understood.
I think it was Tsunoda, double checking as well. And I think it was Yuki Tsunoda who went wide.
Let's just, if
Down
we don't know who
10-6.
it is, always assume it's Yuki.
Pretty much safe bet, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is Sector 7
Usually
as well.
right.
Yeah, well, it's down here. Sector 7 is turn 4, this breaking point on the track. So we'll keep an eye out if it was him or not. But it was a double yellow, so someone must have locked up, gone straight onto the escape road and then come back again, which is very fair to assume there would have been more of a problem. 49 minutes to go then, and Verstappen is up already, Megan, by a... Look at... Oh, that's new. I like that graphic. Sector 1 for Verstappen, a 37.753 for Verstappen. Fastest Sector 1. I like that new graphic. Well done, graphics department. Looks good to me as it comes through the castle section. It's only a time until someone plows straight in there.
I think that would happen very, very soon.
Probably it did happen in the F2 race, and Charles Leclerc did it. But in 2019 quali, yeah, down into the turn 15 as well, then into turn 16, downhill, massive drop here, 7-story drop.
7-star?
Yeah, it goes right downhill as well. It's one of the biggest drops on the calendar, and the drivers really do feel it.
I wonder if you can roll down it.
Sector 2 for Verstappen, a 43.278, so goes quicker. Norris is third, 149. Alonso fastest, 148.390. Enjoy it while you can, Megs, as Verstappen's about to take it away. Across the line comes Max Verstappen and goes fastest, 146.932. Yeah, still second, 1.4 seconds off the pace, but at least you had Alonso up there for a time. Yes, smiles all the way around.
Use DRS, please?
And
yes, you can.
this was the double yellow, and I think it was Lewis Hamilton who locked up. Yes, it was. It was Lewis Hamilton who went into the escape road. Double yellow came out. Now, did he find reverse? Yes, he did. And this was Lance Stroll getting away with it at the turn 15.
So close.
Yeah, touched the barrier a bit. He literally brushed against it. I think he might have damaged the right rear suspension though, Megan, because that got the biggest whack of all. Watch.
He's certainly learning from Vettel, isn't he?
Yeah, that could have been a big crash already there as it comes through. MSC water leak. He saves it from the wall. Yep, from Upright Fossil saying there. That was a big one there. Oh, and nearly that was Leclerc nearly hitting the wall as well. Coming out of 15.
Yet again. Probably learnt it from Vettel.
Yes, I think he did, yeah. They're really kicking out the side there as
Both
well.
his teammates.
This is looking good, yeah. Leclerc set the fastest second sector, 43.164.
Why is it in the middle? Verstappen's was there.
Where, sorry?
Verstappen's was next to the thing.
Sector 1, Sector 2, Sector 3, different parts of the track. So Sector 1's on the left, the middle is Sector 2, and on the right is Sector 3 for fastest sector times. That's handy. Across the line comes Leclerc, goes second, and Verstappen's on the radio.
Wind is pretty insane.
I've been at Le Mans.
That wind is quite strong out there as well, which is everybody's worrying about. But Verstappen's still fastest, 146.932. Leclerc second, 147.636 as well. And this is Leclerc just brushing against the wall at turn 15, so like Stroll as well. Just drifted in. It's so close to having a big accident. Leclerc can't cost that. He can't lose a power unit this early in the season.
Especially not if he's going for the championship.
Oh. Leclerc has not won a race, by the way, since Australia. That was in April. He's not won a race in nearly 3 months. Yeah, no. The last 4 races, Miami... No, last 4, last 4. Italy, USA, Spain and Monaco have all been won by Red Bull. 3 by Verstappen, 1 by Perez. Now, why does that sound so familiar? Oh, yeah. It's exactly what happened last year. Hamilton won the... yellow flag's out, by the way.
Oh, who's it now?
Well, we can't tell on the driver tracker.
You watch Vettel.
Well, it's the same part as where Hamilton went off. So who's down there at the bottom of the track?
Cycle.
Who's down there at turn 4? It's Vettel.
Didn't I just say?
Yellow,
first goes the former teammate and the teammate, and then the leader.
I think it's Latifi, actually. I could be wrong. It's Latifi.
Either way, it's not surprising.
Either way, look, Charles Leclerc is going mega quick here. This yellow is actually sticking, so we'll double check, see what it is. But across the line then comes Charles Leclerc, 314 kilometres an hour, 191 miles an hour as he crosses the line, goes to the top. No, second, 67 down. Oh, virtual.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the TC's,
any feedback?
There's a...
Understood on turn 4.
It's Latifi.
It's one... Wait, why wasn't Russell moving then?
Timing screen's glitching. It's this one you just look at. The car's died.
Copy.
We'll have to have a few
It switched off the power completely, and then it came back on and restarted the engine. Don't know what that means, but it's obviously off now.
Oh, the brakes are cooking as well. He's probably on his cool-down lap, so the brake magic's on, trying to bring temperature into them as well. But the virtual safety car's out again as... No, don't! Oh,
It's
Marsh.
not a fire!
Don't put the fire extinguisher on the brakes, you...
It's not a fire. He was just on a cool-down lap, and he went too far and locked up. If it was a fire, you'd know by now.
Yeah, the car just died coming into turn 5 as well, so he stopped outside there. But the fire marshal has put the extinguishers on the brakes, thinking it's a fire. It's not. It's normal. It is the brakes cooling, and putting that extinguisher on it could actually create the fire. So,
If you don't see flames, don't use it.
That's really annoying from the marshals out there as well.
If he wants to use something, use a blow dryer.
Well, now look, those tyres got loads of muck on them as well. The brakes are going to have loads of dust in it as well. And that fire marshal,
Even I know not to do that.
Yeah, bit of an idiot move there, in my opinion.
If you want the brakes to cool down, you don't touch them, or at least you put that big.
The fan on them, yeah.
Yeah, the fan on it, which like a leaf blower.
This is where Mick is as well, and Mick's watching on, thinking, "Oh, I've got a friend."
Like, I'm not alone anymore.
I've got a friend down here in the pits.
Only took 10 more minutes.
42 minutes to go then of the practice here from Azerbaijan.
And we're good for a start from end of pit lane, still under VSC conditions.
So that is a radio message, good for the end of the start, which I suppose makes a little bit of sense. But now we go into watching the graphics, mainly as well as the cars are still circulating out there at the moment. As it is an ad break, so we'll take away from our own screen and show you the full screen.
Why did
he
put that on it?
I have no idea.
Surely he was briefed beforehand
as to what to do and what not to do.
Yeah.
I'm 100% convinced he was briefed and he just hasn't listened to him.
He was just playing Candy Crush. It's like, oh yeah, oh yay!
Timing screens are all synced up. I don't like that fact. That means we get it's live positioning. I don't like it. I don't. Sky is great, but we're actually bang on with the live pictures. There's not even a second delay.
It's all our own action.
Yes, we are. Yeah, we are bang on live as well, which is good news. Okay, so 41 minutes to go. Then here, virtual safety car is still out on the circuit. As well as they recover Latifi's car down the circuit. Leclerc has just left the pit lane. He's down at turn 1 and turn 2 as things stand. And now it's actually a great opportunity to go over and talk about things that happen on Twitter. Megs, we'll come back to the main camera for a second because we've been listening to Danny Ricciardo throughout the Monaco weekend. Do you remember him saying as well that it looks like I might not be in Formula 1 next year? He was thinking about as well leaving the sport. McLaren want to kick him out. Well, it was announced in the press conference that Danny Ricciardo has said, I've got a contract with the team until the end of next year. I'm committed to them. Never said that the team were committed to him as well. But Danny Rick had this to say on Sky Sports talking to Craig Slater just about 2 hours ago. Let's take a listen.
Can we shut down the chatter about next year? Can we close that down? Do you know where you will be driving next year?
Yeah, sure. I am contracted to the team to the end of next year, so that's pretty much as black and white as it is. But I'm also committed to them. You know, I really want to make it work. And for sure, last couple of weekends, you know, I haven't been happy with the results, but. Yeah, I also don't mind sometimes when I back up against the wall, and I like proving people wrong. And moments like Monza last year, that's also days like that. I know how powerful they can be, and that's also the hunger, is to get that back and have that feeling again. So, so that's it. If people want to keep talking, then I'm not going to stop them from talking, but they're the facts.
So no ifs, no buts, no mechanism, nothing.
We're good.
So that's good news then from McLaren's point of view. Danny Ricciardo says, no, I'm not leaving.
Much visibility on what's happening with that car at the moment.
Yeah, they are pushing the car, but I don't know if there's an escape road to make the car disappear. So if it's still the VSC with box?
It's silly season, what do we expect?
VSC box.
Okay, now Okay, so that was Fernando Alonso saying, do we box or not? He's coming into the pit lane. So Danny Ricciardo, Megan, seems to have put paid to all those rumours that he's leaving Formula 1 and leaving McLaren by saying, no, all's good, we're good. It's just a difficult time.
As soon as they get in their 30s, there's loads of rumours about them leaving.
Yeah, there always is. Button had it as well. And look at the bouncing, Megan, the propulsing effect from Carlos Sainz. It's starting all the way down as soon as he hits full throttle on the way back down the straightaway. We are back to green flag running, by the way. The virtual safety cars come in.
It's so hilarious watching the heads bounce up and down.
And Lewis Hamilton's having it as well. Look at that. It's so uncomfortable. 51 laps of this race. It's going to be absolutely insane. And speaking, actually, of Lewis Hamilton, not to want to use all our graphics at the same time, but this was actually quite interesting. Have you heard that there's going to be a new Formula 1 movie coming? Apple have brought the exclusive rights to make a Formula 1 movie, a modern movie, starring Brad Pitt. Yeah, I know. Everyone's been thinking, what? Now, there have been several planned F1 movies in the past. Driven, which was supposed to be about Formula 1. Murray Walker was even supposed to be in it. That turned into a kart movie instead, which was the Cars and Association Racing America, whatever it was, as well, the kart series.
Couldn't they get Johnny Depp in?
No, Sylvester Stallone was in it as well, and it was an absolute bust as well. But some interesting news. Rush worked. Rush was amazing as an F1 film, yeah.
Because they stuck to what it was.
Yeah, and now, though, there's a new F1 film coming out. It's going to be made by Apple, and it's going to be with Brad Pitt. These crop up every now and then, but this is what Lewis Hamilton had to say on the matter in the press conference.
For my responsibility and something I take on is just making sure that the cast and the crew in the background is diverse. Is something I'm really highlighted at the beginning, and then just making sure that it's a very difficult. If you look at all the racing movies, you can't necessarily say that all the racing movies that have been in the past have been spectacular, and that's something we want to change. And it's really about showing how great this sport really is to people that maybe have never watched it, but also making sure that we really keep the real heritage and the true racing spirit within the movie, and within the script. So that's kind of part of my role.
So Lewis is now effectively becoming executive producer, Megan.
Oh, great.
I know.
The producing of Lewis Hamilton.
I know. Anyway, Karun's in the pits.
Was this his idea?
I don't think so. I don't think it was his idea completely to take over this F1 movie. What's your opinion, everyone watching, on a Formula 1 movie starring Lewis Hamilton and with an executive producer role of Lewis Hamilton? We know who's going to come off worse in this movie, though, don't we?
Yeah.
Whoever plays Max Verstappen. Lewis will probably... Is this Lewis now, if he does take on, is he going to rewrite the end of 2021?
It's like, and Lewis Hamilton gets the 8th championship.
As much as we would have loved to have called that, and it would have been fair for Lewis to have won the title, but...
It didn't happen.
They both deserved to win the title. Max is a very worthy world champion, but Lewis won the race in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
It's just happened
it's
that
complicated.
It was just a coincidence they went in on exactly the same points. I found that a little weird.
Now, if you can push in between the constant speeds, please.
It was very weird.
To be fair, if you had come in looking at it as an outsider and thought, oh, bang on the same points, even to a decimal, 463.5 each, you would have gone, yeah, that's a lie. They've manufactured that. But no, we were there throughout the season. It's what happened.
It shocked everyone.
Yeah, and then it went down to the last lap as well of the season. It was just... That deserves to be a movie. Make
that race a movie.
Yeah.
It was the length of one.
The last great racing movie, I would say, would be that of...
You say Cars 2.
No. Oh, no, not Cars 2. Cars. Yeah, Cars 1, the original Cars. That's the best. That's the best film.
Cars 3.
Cars 3 is okay, but it's a bit boring. And Hamilton keeps making appearances. The last great racing movie I can think of is Le Mans 66 with Matt Damon as well. Yeah, I have.
Okay.
I'm
so
watching that
Richard,
this evening.
try and box this lap, please. How's the tyre holding up?
Not too bad. A bit worse that lap, maybe.
Okay. I think in terms of timing, if we box now, we could do a balance change and go on this set again and do a fast, slow, fast. That's one option. instead of going straight to the soft and then do soft low fuel run towards the end of the session.
So that's an interesting
Yeah,
little
if you want to, yeah.
Interesting call then. Do you want to, or what tyres you want to run throughout as well? Josh is sending some messages into the group chat, and he says as well, he says, I know not to do that even with basic martial training. Ricardo says, sure, as soon as the Sure advert came on. Yeah, that was good timing. And Josh also says, so what's the F1 Sky lineup looking like? Karun in the pits, who's on the Sky pad? Is it Biggin Hill this weekend? Question mark. Right, here is the lineup, because everything's all over. Because Azerbaijan's difficult to get to, quite a lot of the main talent don't do it. And with Canada next weekend, they're sort of rotating the team. So, there's no Simon Lazenby. There's no Ted Kravitz. That's a disappointment, but Ted's back for Canada. Yeah. Anthony Davidson is in Le Mans. So is Martin Brundle. So for Sky Sports F1, leading the coverage is Natalie Pinkham, with Naomi Shift, Damon Hill, Johnny Herbert, Paul di Resta and Karun Chandhok around. And David Croft is in the commentary box. Commentary from the race will come from David Croft and Paul di Resta. Karun Chandhok is in the pit lane, and on the Sky pad, we believe, is Johnny Herbert and Naomi Shift as well as the driver analyst this weekend. And look at this, Megan, the proposing effect. Look at the Red Bull's DRS flapping open as well.
Like a madman.
Yeah, DRS not working completely there. They even, it's shots, I think, even automatically on the straight. So we saw these DRS problems back in, where was it, Miami, where it didn't work. So, and we're having it again here today.
Okay, mate, so just for your info, Fernando had a decent toe on his lap, which gained him probably about 2/10. So the rest of the lap looked very good in comparison. So nice job. Let's box now, please. Box now. And white line reminder on entry.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, copy that. There's no publishing at the moment.
Sounds Gasly.
Yeah.
Copy that.
But yeah, the Gasly is approaching turn 1 and there's a lot of oscillation.
Yeah, Josh says no Simon, no Ted, and Herbert is back. Yep, Herbert is back. There's no Simon, no Ted, no Ant Davidson, no Martin Brundle. On Channel 4, there's no Steve Jones and there's no David Coulthard. Lee McKenzie is presenting the coverage this weekend on Channel 4 with Mark Webber and Billy Monger alongside her. In the commentary box will be Alex Jakes, and Lawrence Barotto will also be hanging around as reporter. But in the commentary, it'll be Alex Jakes, Mark Webber and Billy Monger. And this is all because of Le Mans. And for instance, up here in the commentary box right now, it's me and Megan. Practice 2, it'll be me and Synthol. Practice 3, it'll be me and Josh, or me and Megan again. Qualifying will be Megan Burch.
It's likely that practice 3 will be me.
Megan Burch and Ian Burch will take you through qualifying while I do the start Le Mans. And then the race itself, it's me and Ian Burch for the first time this weekend working together.
And me on Le Mans.
Yeah, and you on Le Mans. So it's all over the place this weekend. So just, in my experience, just roll with it. It seems to just work easier if we just accept what's going on.
Keep calm and try and figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah, basically, close your eyes, cross your fingers, and walk through it all.
That worked out in what I was saying.
Yes, it did. Well done.
I didn't expect that to. Didn't even mean to put the word on at the last bit.
It works, and this, Megan, is Magnussen going through, but Karun's in the pits.
Meanwhile, it's down out of his car. Look at the work going on the front suspension, guys. This is obviously all the bouncing that you guys were talking about. So they're making changes straight away early on in the session, the first half hour, to the front suspension. They're trying very hard to get some sort of control. You can see on the rear wing there, Simon Cole, who looks after all the reliability stuff at Mercedes, having a look at this updated low downforce rear wing they've got. As Paul mentioned, we've got a back-to-back coming up of low downforce races, so they want to make sure that these wings are in good shape. Let's walk over next door, because George Russell in his Mercedes has just come in to the pits. Just looking at the timesheets now, he's a little bit behind Lewis Hamilton, a couple of places behind. He's just come in, and then the mechanics straight away getting to work on the front suspension. I think you can see the hatch there that they're removing on his car, so I suspect there'll be work happening on the front of George's Mercedes as well. So yeah, not a happy start to trackside running here for this team. I'm not reading a lot of happy body language, if I'm honest. I think there's the sort of now familiar sense of frustration that once again they're starting the weekend on the back foot.
Thanks, Karun. I mean, if there's any...
Yeah, thanks, Karun, as well as they come through. George Russell not looking too happy then out there as well. In fact, Megan, is anybody looking happy out there? Are we looking happy? We're knackered.
I slept for 9 hours and I don't know why I'm so tired.
I still am very, very tired. Gasly's had a little off down at turn 16. Has just run onto the apron there at the exit. Thing is, though, I'm glad I'm tired because that means I'm going to sleep really well tonight, ready for Le Mans tomorrow. Yeah, and then get the coffee in. I'm going out straight after the end of practice too. I'm going out to get all the food and equipment and stuff that we're getting in. Food,
We're going to
drink,
have to
coffee.
try and find a paprika.
Yeah, paprika Pringles. Yes.
You watch. You lot make me go into college. Just so I can see if there's anything. Oh my God, you've just realised that, haven't you?
If you come with us, we could probably make sure you get some paprika because you've got that £5. How many can you buy with that?
They're £1 each.
So you can buy 5. And Megan is going to college. When do you have to go? Before lunch? When's lunch? Do you want to go in between the 2 sessions?
Trust me, going at lunch is never a wise idea.
Well, when do you want to go and get them then?
You're generally going to make me go get paprika Pringles.
Free Pringles?
I don't know.
Yeah, but think about it. If we get theirs, we get
I can go into college any single time I like. Because 1, I'm not there today, and 2, I've gone into college when it wasn't open before.
I'm on the hunt now for these Pringles.
Really?
Okay, well, we'll discuss that in 27 minutes and 48 seconds.
Okay.
We're counting down.
Well, not officially open anyway, it was. Though it was technically open. I can get in with my key card.
Yes, I can. My key card still works, I believe. We've got a yellow flag out on the circuit. Now, where is this? It's Sector 1, and it's Lance Stroll, who has stopped on the timing screens down at turn 4.
There's never anything in on Fridays, though.
In terms of?
Food.
Oh, there might be some Pringles. As they come in.
There wasn't any yesterday.
Then just get food. Track clear as Stroll's managed to find reverse and get going again, but Verstappen's just with him now as well.
Just want to watch
out there on the circuit. So just to confirm, I'm on next on P3. Yep, I think that's the way it's going to work, Josh. Because then it's a different commentator every single session.
Do you know what I want to do after this?
Well,
watch Dynasty. Not go and
Dynasty.
Yes, a new one.
Oh, not the, is that the one with
the one with
Jade from
Elizabeth
Victorious? Elizabeth Gillis. Yeah, okay. Not Dynasty as in...
Well, I call it Dynasty, but I know if I call it Dynasty in front of you, then you would have a fit.
Well, to be fair, it is Dynasty.
Yeah, but everyone else says Dynasty.
Well, to be fair, the American version of it is it's Dynasty, but it is to UK Dynasty.
Yeah, can I call it... Can I call it Dynasty now?
Well, yeah, because I wouldn't call them... I think...
Because the old one's Dynasty.
I would say if it's Dynasty, then yeah.
Even then, I kind of want to watch the old one too.
The old one's
got quite
the old one is quite good as well as they come through. Hang on a minute, if he's allowed in the pit lane for radio, why am I allowed in the pit lane? Somebody get me in that pit lane as well. Oh yeah, and also on F1 TV,
official.
Yeah, if on F1 TV, by the way, there's no Alex Brundle this weekend as
For
well.
obvious reasons.
Because he's racing in Le Mans. So Tom Gaymore is stepping in alongside Alex Jakes as the commentator on F2 this weekend. I think he's doing something. I think Tom Gamel's doing the touchpad for F1 TV this weekend as well, before he takes over in Canada as lead commentator as well. Hey, it has been told as well by Richie, who will be joining me in the commentary box for the Le Mans 24-hour race as well, and some other stages as well from PSGL, that we are staying as a commentary unit on PSGL. So, yes, good news there then when the game comes out next. As Verstappen, look at that DRS, Megan, still fluctuating so much in the wind into the braking zone for turn 4. It's looking a bit tricky for my liking, isn't it, Megs?
Also, I just realised if I just go in there and get food, then they're going to be a bit suspicious of why I'm doing that. I'm just going to walk straight in and then straight out.
Say you were dropping something off and you wanted to get some food. Take a file with you, and then, like a piece of paper, then put the paper down in the recycling bin and come back out again. Are we actually now thinking about this in a genuine plot? It seems like we are. Okay. With Max Verstappen, by the way, he set the fastest first sector time of a 37.090. But Max Verstappen...
I can get you a sandwich. I do like lime and coriander chicken.
Yeah, I'll do, mate. Lamb.
Lime.
Lime. Oh, sounds fun. Coriander too. Oh, yummy.
I'll have to get you it when I next go.
Anyway, we need to get this on before Verstappen completes the lap. 42.65 in the second sector. Max Verstappen, by the way, there's been a lot of pressure on the budget cap this year as well. About Williams also got fined €25,000 for breaking that budget cap from last year. But Max Verstappen does not support a driver salary cap in Formula One, and stating, starting that with the amount of money being made throughout the sport, the drivers should not be the only ones to have their potential earnings limited. And he spoke at the press conference about it. It's just on a 1:45.810 on the soft tyres, but this was Max earlier on today in the press conference talking about the budget cap for driver limits.
He needs to
I think
keep it
no one
tight.
really knows where it's going to go, but from my side, yeah, it's completely wrong, because I think at the moment F1 is becoming more and more popular, and everyone is making more and more money, including the teams. F1, everyone is benefiting. So why would the drivers with their IP rights and everything should be capped? You know, who actually bring the show and put their lives at risk, because we do eventually. So for me, it's completely wrong. But also, not only that, because in all the junior categories, if you see how many of those drivers have a sponsor or a backer who eventually will have a certain percentage of their income in potentially Formula One or whatever, I think it's going to limit that a lot, because they will never get their return in money if you get a cap. So it will hurt all the junior categories as well, and I don't think you want that.
So that is Max Verstappen on the overall cap of a driver salary in Formula One, and
it's both all that and also he needs to keep Victoria in handbags. Otherwise, she's gonna use his nephews against him.
And the two kids, isn't it?
It's I'll raise these two to be better drivers than you.
To be fair, Victoria's a better driver than Max, and we've seen that as well. As Lando Norris crosses the line, does it's a second off the pace, so he
I love to
improves
see
on
her
time.
race him.
They've done it in go-karts as well, but overall, Victoria is a better go-kart than Max, and that's saying something as well. But Victoria is inherited that from her mother, mainly because her mother was such an amazing driver, better than Jos.
It seems that women in the Verstappen family can definitely outdrive the men.
I think everybody thinks. By the way, to Kun Chanuk.
Above the Ferrari pit wall, and as those shots came of the Red Bull rear wing, there was definitely a lot of head shall we say, gesticulation, head shaking, waving, conversations on the Ferrari pit wall. I'd be very surprised if they aren't making a phone call down to the FIA to query that, because there are, as Paul rightly said, there's deflection tests, there's various FIA tests about the movement of the rear wing, but there are also regulations that talk about how any alteration of the movement of that uppermost section of the wing has to be controlled directly by the driver input, by pressing a button effectively for DRS. So I imagine there are, the body language on that Ferrari pit wall behind me told me that there's going to be a conversation fairly soon.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, thank you very much, Karun, as well. So it looks like there's going to be more FIA investigations. Look at this, though. Sainz on a soft tyre run on the C5s. He's doing fastest second sector time. Perez, 2/10 up on Verstappen. Fastest sector 1, okay, sector 2. As the Ferraris come down the back straight away across the start line now. Is it a good time from Carlos Sainz? You bet. No! P2, 1:46.012. Good time, but...
only 2/10 off.
Big off the pace, though. Perez, though, is monstering across here, across the line, and goes 3/10 quicker. That's how you do a lap. Perez fastest, 1:45.476. Last year's fastest lap in the race, by the way, was a 1:44.481. And these cars are supposed to be 5 seconds slower. We're nearly there. We're nearly at the time. That's insane. And this is Sergio Perez. It's turn 15. Did he touch the wall? No, just brushed it.
Just missed. Did I tell you that we sell ice cream at college?
What type of ice cream?
A lot of selection, even flake cornettos.
Is there strawberry cornettos, raspberry?
No.
What ice lollies?
There's magnums.
Raspberry magnums.
I don't think.
Raspberry magnums.
I don't think.
Raspberry magnums. I would like a raspberry Magnum.
Are we gently just considering me? I'm just shopping at college now, aren't I?
To be fair, I'm not sure why you don't. You've got that money, £5 every day to get your food. So I don't know why you don't go in on Fridays and get it. It makes sense. Even you're thinking, why don't I? And you're only there on Wednesdays till lunch. You sometimes bring home food, though.
I always bring home food. Name a day this week I haven't brought you home something.
Friday.
It is Friday. I'm not in.
Okay, coming through as well. Leclerc looking quick. He's just starting a lap time now. He's coming to the first sector. Zhou Guan Yu moves up to 12th on a 1:48.222 on the times. Perez, though, makes 3/10 faster than Verstappen. That's like a, hello, I'm actually here for the title. I'm not going to be your number 2 driver. I'm not going to turn into Mark Webber.
Let's hope he doesn't turn into Mark Webber.
Or Danny Ricciardo.
Yeah, otherwise that'll be hell for us all. So many overtaking, so many other crashing.
Oh, I've not looked at the screen as they come through. The little owl says, hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Josh says, I thought it was a 25,000. It was only 25,000. I think it was only 25,000. It could be 250,000 if you missed a zero out of it. Double check that, Josh. Go for it and have a look. The little owl says, I personally don't think there should be a budget cap on the salary. Like, if there isn't one in football, there shouldn't be in Formula 1. Yeah, driver's salary, I don't think there should be a cap. But I can see why they should take a little bit of a reduction if it means that other people in the factory get more money. It's a team sport at the end of the day. You've got to act like it. Unlike Lewis Hamilton. Coming through as well, he makes some very good points as well. Yes, he does. Richie says, we have been confirmed for PSGL F4 comms. Brilliant. Oh. You could just say it at this point. Yes, that's fine. Okay. Thank you. You could have told me I would have pressed button 9. I would have gone to the battle screen instead, but no, this just walks in. The door's open, you see, so it's a bit pointless as Leclerc's had a lock-up 9 to turn 4. Coming in there as well. Yes, Richie, we're on for PSGL F4 comms. Brilliant. Josh says lol as well. The little says, sell the Oreo ice creams, Megan. Those always sell. Yes.
I'm pretty sure they have Oreo ice creams there.
Yeah, no Oreo ice creams equals rip-off, according to the little owl one. I agree. I make you the best Oreo milkshakes on the planet.
You do. Why haven't I had one in so long?
Because it's only just become the summer now.
I love winter. I would have gladly drank one in the cold, in the snow.
Why do you think Mum cleaned the whatchamacallit today?
Blender.
The blender, yeah. And there's another fruit blender as well. So I'm going to make you a fruit smoothie, and then I'm going to make you, at some other point as well, an ice cream milkshake.
I want the ice cream first.
Yes, I thought you might, yeah. Classic Magnum is the best. I love the white Magnum. I love the white Magnums as well. Right, we're going to press button 9 for a second because we're going to hear from Lando Norris, who says as well, Lando Norris on where McLaren fall in the pecking order as well. He was asked, where do you think McLaren can finish in the Constructors' Championship this season as well?
See McLaren in the pecking order.
It changes so most weekends. I think there's been weekends when Alfa Romeo have been a long way ahead of us, and I think realistically they've been probably a quicker car throughout the whole season. Haas have at times been quicker than us. I think we've just been consistently good, especially since Bahrain. Maybe not in Bahrain, but since then we've just had a package which performs decently at every track, which is always a good thing, to be there every time and to be in the points. So around, I think we're probably ahead of Mercedes in Monaco, so around 3rd, 4th, 5th, maybe 6th area, but I think it's a close group, so as long as we're towards the front of that, I'll be happy.
Where do you
so that's where Lando Norris sees himself as well in this season for the McLarens in terms of the Constructors' Championship. That came in so handy we can do that now because he had to answer a question when somebody came into the back of the box again. But I think it's actually good. McLaren this year are having an up and down season, but Lando is remaining consistent. It's Ricciardo needs to up his game a bit. Like in this session right now.
Everyone has off seasons.
Norris, yeah, but Ricciardo's having 3 off seasons. Norris is 10th, Ricciardo's 18th. Explain that. You can't. It's too big a gap.
I don't know how.
I think Ricciardo, unfortunately, is very limited in what he can do in Formula 1 at the moment. He has some great weekends occasionally, but at the moment he's a bit off.
Where would he do best?
The little owl has described Ricciardo to Formula E. I think that'd be great on the McLaren lineup in Formula E. I think he'll do really well there. So
Maybe,
a
yeah.
good shout there. Continuing on then, yeah, Classic Magnum is the best. I love the white chocolate Magnum. They're my favourites. And the raspberry ones, the ruby ones of the Magnums, they're great as well. But if you want ice cream as well, there's nothing better than either one down at the beach or a McDonald's McFlurry. And I'm looking at one right now, and I really want one on the screen.
We haven't had McDonald's in ages.
You haven't.
Yeah.
I had it just a while ago. Let's go through. Cookies and cream Magnum is the best. Megan, I think you might like that some as well. I made some of the best Oreo milkshakes, so we have to have a battle it out, lol. Yes, we will.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, though, with mine, literally, you blend it and get all the bits in, but I put the black chocolate sauce on the inside of the glass, bring it all up, whipped cream on the top occasionally if we've got it in, and then an Oreo on top. A single Oreo on top, yeah, for dipping.
And I drink it really fast.
Yeah, sometimes you have to make 3 as well. That's no joke. Leclerc's gone second, just across the line now. 1:45.603 was his time on that board, so it was a good competitive one there. Josh Play suggested there's also IndyCar, NASCAR. That could be an interesting one if he goes there. Where would you put him? Where would you put Danny Ricciardo in terms of other formulas?
Where he can overtake people a lot.
Formula E.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Formula E. The little owl says, I've never had the cookies and cream one. I know where they sell them, though. Go get them. In fact, honestly, it's like...
We usually stock up way before Le Mans, and yet this year we haven't. Why?
Because we've been busy. Do you see that bike, Megan?
Yeah.
You're getting on it, you're going to college, and then you're coming back again. Hamilton on the radio.
You need to be careful when you're completing the lap, going 4 wheels across the pit entry line.
Yeah, so bumpy I couldn't see the line.
Wow.
Okay, copy.
Wow, and yeah, Lewis has gone over that pit entry line. Now, if you do it as well, you will get a penalty here in back here. You've got to commit to the pit lane early because it's such a dangerous part of the track. Bless you. But Lewis says it's so bumpy, he couldn't even see it. I think the pit lane line here needs to be yellow like it is in Monaco, not white. It's quite hard to see where it is and who it is at the moment down there. Then Josh has put in as well, this isn't F1, this is ice cream. You might need to make an ice cream chat show, Josh. Well, I'll tell you what, the British Grand Prix coming up, we were already going to do like a little special feature where we make summery food, summery drinks like strawberries and cream for Wimbledon because it's on at the same time. Milkshakes, ice cream, salads, things like that. We were going to have like a taste test, weren't we, of things and traditional dishes here in England, which we love, by the way. But that was something coming up for the British Grand Prix, so that'll be a segment as well on, I think it's qualifying when that's on.
And McDonald's.
That's American.
I really want McDonald's now.
That's American. We'll have that in Kota.
I'm going to ask for Mum to get me a McDonald's tomorrow.
Where are we next? Canada next. So what do Canadians eat? Pretty much what...
Tim Hortons.
What? Tim Hortons?
Yeah.
Isn't that a movie character? What's Tim Horton?
No, it's a food.
Okay.
It's a fast food restaurant.
Okay. What would we eat in Canada? To be fair, thinking about it, when we get to the Netherlands,
or poutine.
Yeah. Fish and chips, Josh says. Yeah, fish and chips.
Canadians, poutine.
Actually, Josh has actually stumbled on what is actually a British Grand Prix tradition, isn't it? Friday evening, it's fish and chips. Yeah, every Friday evening, fish and chips for the British Grand Prix. Nothing like it as well. Basically, British Grand Prix is just junk food weekend. It's amazing. We may not be there, but we try and make it feel like we're there. I even thought about camping this year. Then I remembered what it was like at Snetterton.
We hate camping.
Yeah. Then I remember what it was like at Snetterton. No, bad.
We weren't made for the outdoors. Neither of us. Everyone else in the family, maybe. Us?
Hamilton improved as well in the second push. Consider shape 5 for this cooldown.
I love camping, says Josh.
I think it's just too aggressive for this track. Shape 5, so just do the offset.
Yeah, well,
everyone else used to go to Cherry Garth and PGL, and people are like, why don't you go? And just like, because I think it's insane that people want to spend their time outdoors where the bugs can get at them and they can get to their food. There's a reason houses were invented, so we could escape the outdoors.
Saying that, we've got the commentary box door wide open.
Yeah, it's different.
Oh dear, our timings have stopped.
How did that
Our timing's gone off, but I'll tell
Obviously, the timing's a fan of camping.
yeah. It's just, oh, actually, I don't think we need it because I think the driver track is actually working. No, it's not. So,
5.5, 2 burnouts,
That came out of nowhere.
standard launch, first gear. The gap I'm really after is behind Hamilton,
Maybe it's
Sonoda, and
updating.
well, while we try and figure out what has happened to our Discord as well up here in the comments box, I think you're going to see 2 of us now, as we'll try and start it again. Because it was working, and then it just went off. There you go. You can hear that as well as I can up here in the comments box. As well, the little boom. Because we're having to get it off Discord because we haven't...
Hamilton on the start-finish line at the moment.
Hamilton on the start-finish line, was that, Megs?
Yeah.
Thought so. Let's take a look then. Is it working? Oh, here we go. Look, we got it back.
Yeah, I generally hate camping.
You genuinely hate camping. Has it gone off again?
I don't know anymore.
I'm pressing button 2 and just keeping our fingers crossed. No, it looks to be okay. I need to bring it down, though. It's quite hard, look, at navigating this. Is that it? No. I need that pen. While I do this, though, Megan, talk us through the laps.
I was going to talk about camping.
All right, go on, then.
Camping is evil. You're just sitting in a sleeping bag, having to go to the bathroom in the outdoors like they did thousands of years ago. Or 1,000 years ago, or less than that. I mean... cesspits and all that. So,
yes.
Who wants to go to the bathroom?
Was that you?
Yes.
Okay.
Outdoors.
Yeah, I don't either. Anyway, Bottas coming across the line there.
It's a toilet paper.
But I'll tell you in a second. Bottas does a 1:48.378 as well.
I don't want to know leaves.
Russell coming off into second position as well. Look at that. The Mercedes jiggling left and right to try and go through. Stays 7th, 1:46.705. Trying to find it through as well. Here comes Lance Stroll. Cross the line in the Aston Martin and goes to 11th. 1:47.847. Right, let's take a look then. Got the driver tracker back operational, thankfully. And... Josh says, Megan, calm down.
Yeah, very poor rear grip on this lap.
Yeah, and we had a lot more rear looking.
Gasly.
A big drop.
Gasly's saying big drop.
Yeah, and I went forward with the offset. That was strange.
Yeah, looks like it wasn't enough. We check the data now.
Little owl says F for the timing screen. And maybe get a fishing chair / bed, then you're elevated.
There's beeping in track 1, man. Crazy.
Okay, copy. Box.
You need to remove the beeping in strap 1. It is crazy, man, says Lewis Hamilton out there as well, so that's not good news. Snetterton was a weird one, wasn't it, in terms of trying to have a camping holiday there. It's gone off again. What is going... Anybody knows what's happening to this today?
Maybe it's a Wi-Fi.
Chassis default 9.1 to stop the beeps. That'll disable them all.
Chassis default 9.1 to disable those beeps. Please come into the pit lane now anyway. So that was a live radio message anyway. But yeah, Snetterton camping. Hottest day of the...
So Lance, we can cool and do one more push. We can cool and do one more push, or you can box and we can go back out for the start and maybe get one timed in before that.
Do I have to improve a lot?
Yeah, currently 7/10 we need.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, so I think with the tyre we've got, so we'll come in and put some fuel. We'll look at some data.
Just let me try.
Okay, there we go. Back in operation once again with 5 minutes to go.
What were you going to say?
What I was going to say was, back at Snetterton as well, the hottest day of the year, and I was burned. I've still actually got a burn on my arm from that day. It's permanently burned my arm up here. Can you see it? Look, just here. It's permanently burned my arm from that Snetterton. It was a year ago, actually, on Sunday was when we were last in Snetterton. And hottest day of the year, coldest night of my life. I was literally huddled over like a baby, shivering in my sleeping bag.
It's like,
I've made the decision. If I do camping again, I'm taking my duvet with me.
I don't think you will do camping again.
I'll tell you what, though. One thing I have decided is that I noticed, well, I was in hotels a few nights later on, like last year, wasn't I, when we were away for a bit. So I was in hotels. I realised I wasn't having a good night's sleep. I always used to wake up. I was out of position. I wasn't feeling good. So I decided, instead of taking my duvet, I'll just take my own pillow. You know what I mean? Like it's familial facial comfort as well as go sleep.
Just take your own room.
No, basically, took my pillow with me, worked like a charm. Next time, perfect sleep. So here's a Joshua Burch top tip. If you stay in a hotel, take your own pillow from home, and then you sleep like a baby.
I have multiple pillows though.
Yeah, Josh says I do that. I take my duvet, not a sleeping bag. Well, actually, Megs, if you just stand up for a second, please, and if I just take my headset off, I'll show you what it is. Start talking.
I have multiple pillows. I have 2-in-1 pillowcase, and then I have another one on top of that. And then I have a pillow next to me there and there.
Here it is, look. Here's the sleeping bag. It's red. Red sleeping bag.
I have 6 pillows.
That is actually going to be used this weekend during the broadcast, because if I get cold during Le Mans, I'll just sit in this. Yeah, I'll sit in this and do it. But there is the sleeping bag, and it's in here. Why do you think? Why is it in the garage? Well, quite often my friends are in here, and Libby gets cold and likes to snuggle up in a sleeping bag.
I have 7 pillows,
which is probably why it's here. I could have kept my headset on. It reaches. It's a 6-meter cable, our headsets. Why am I not surprised it reaches? Anyway, as it comes through, Megs, over to you.
I have 7 pillows, so only 6 are on my bed because I can't fit the 7th one on.
Yes, I'm aware of that. I've got a pillow with my face on it as well. Yeah, thanks, Luke. I've got a T-shirt with my face on it as well with devil horns.
Yes.
It's all
I try and hide that pillow as much as I can.
Sky have gone on a tangent as well, so at least we can. Anyway, let's get back to the action, shall we, here for this first practice session for Formula 1. Perfect timing. Yellow flag.
It's only 2.5 minutes left.
Sector 2, yellow. So who's gone off the track?
Sonoda.
Yes. Sonoda's stopped on the track and has now gone green. So if Sonoda... No, it's not Sonoda. Where did that yellow come from then? Who was it?
I don't know.
Green flag, track clear, but Sonoda...
Why does Sonoda keep going backwards?
Transponder issue, I presume. Look. Yes, Sonoda's got a transponder issue as well. What was that message? That just flashed up. Sonoda radio.
Charge off. Yeah,
Gasly.
Charge off. It's not more...
It was an AlphaTauri.
Yeah, it's charged off, but it's not working.
Okay, we do practice start. Mode 3.
It was Gasly who went off the track. That's what caused that...
At least it was an AlphaTauri.
Yes, yeah. So Gasly came through. Thanks, Josh, who's also put it out as well. And yeah, I really want ice cream now, but I don't think we've got any. Have we? I'm not sure, to be honest.
Do you know, Mum was wanting ice cream yesterday. Maybe we should get some.
To be honest with you, it's getting close, isn't it?
She wanted kind of either like something fruity, like strawberry or lemon.
I love strawberry ice cream. That's my favourite.
You should just get strawberry ice cream then.
My favourite Ben & Jerry's, though, is the chocolate brownie one. Which is
Mine
weird,
fish
because I don't like chocolate ice cream.
Yeah, it's very weird.
And I don't like chocolate milkshake either, but I really like the...
Or yoghurt.
Or yoghurt. No, I don't
you
like
don't like
yogurt.
cold yoghurt?
No, I don't like...
I mean, you don't like
cold chocolate. No, I don't. But that's Gasly with a double lockup down at turn 15, which trying to the escape road. Does he do a 360? Yes, he does. They turned to...
Just lock the front.
Lock the fronts big time. They cut away when he was about to do a 360, so looking forward to that. Keep it on board, please. Don't stroll us. Oh, yeah. Almost swore. I had to hold that in so much, but they strolled us twice. We wanted to see the spin round.
Talk about the
God's
ice cream.
sake, yeah. Yeah, chocolate brownie ice cream, fantastic. It's weird, but favourite. I think it's because it's a brownie with ice cream in it, so we've had that often before.
I like fish food ice cream.
Yeah, they got the caramel one as well.
Caramel, marshmallow with little chocolate fishes in, dark chocolate.
I don't like marshmallow. Well, I do and I don't. I've got to be in the mood for marshmallow. Perez has touched the wall exit of the castle section, we believe.
I also like caramel sutra.
Yeah. Oh, he did touch the wall entrance to the castle section, Perez. Just kissed it on the front left. Looking on to break the suspension there. And he's kept
We're happy in terms of vibrations. We can see them, but not crazy high.
That's Gasly on the radio there. As 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Checkered flag is out. And that Perez did touch the wall exit 15 as well, actually. Session's over. Checkered flag is out. And the first to take it is the top of the board, Sergio Perez, who keeps on his advantage from what happened back in Monaco. And he became the most successful Mexican driver in F1 history following his win in Monaco as well. And he became the second driver to win at Monaco, I believe, to be a Mexican.
Ah.
What am I thinking of?
A lot of
No, I'm finished on
accomplishments.
Yes, yeah. He's a 10th quicker than Leclerc. He goes second. Verstappen third, Sainz fourth, Hamilton fifth. But Hamilton 50 points on the board, sixth in the championship. Verstappen's on 125, 75-point gap. It's over, isn't it, for Lewis?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's his Ferrari.
So if you keep the pace up, we can try to get another lap, but I guess the tires are going to
I can't push.
Okay.
Mercedes are crying because of it.
Say again, Mercedes.
Mercedes are crying.
Yeah.
Mainly because all their hopes and dreams right now rest on Russell.
Constant Russell. He was second in the title after Australia, and even after Emilia Romagna, he was up there in third. So top 5 in every single race, George Russell. Most consistent driver of the season.
Yes, and there's a yellow.
Yeah, there is. That's not on the start line either. Sector 2.
That's Verstappen, I think.
Yeah, Verstappen stopped at turn 14. Oh, yeah, there you go. He's gone straight on. Yay. So Max did a little bit of a mistake there. We go back to green. Alonso is going to complete his lap time and then do a practice start lap. So Max is having a problem out there as well in the championship standings.
Alonso up to 5th.
Wow. 1:46.571.
He beats Hamilton.
That's a good
At the
time.
end of this lap, could you do the push and hold energy button, push and hold energy button out of turn 16? Okay, that's good. Now release that button and push to K0, please. Push K0 now. And then keep pushing into turn 1. It's good. Keep pushing into turn 1, no DRS. Let's check a flag now.
Oh, Max spun. Max didn't just lock up. He turned to 10:15 out of spin.
I don't know what's going on. All the time I'm off throttle there, the car just pushes.
Copy that, Max.
He was lucky not to hit the barrier there, Megan, wasn't he? That was a perfect pirouette.
That was.
But he blocked the track, so lucky no one else came in because it's a blind corner, and he got going again. But
it's the first time we've ever seen a Formula 1 car dance.
Yeah, that was a real weird one, in my opinion. Right, the drivers are all taking the flag, apart from Latifi and Schumacher, who stopped down on the circuit. Yeah, but all the other 18 cars are out there now. They're going to do the practice start. Let's hear from Max again.
We really need to check that. I go into that corner, off throttle, downshifting, and it's just pushing.
Okay, so what we're looking for, Esteban, is plus
goes into it
for the start. So we've got room to cool the tyres down.
That's wrong. We've got an issue with the timing screen, which is showing the gaps as all 0 point each other.
Yeah, apart from Alonso, Hamilton, Tsunoda and Russell, with Alonso being 3 points up.
Weird. Practice starts then. Joe Bauer, who is, I think, leaving the role of the FIA technical delegate in the next few races as well. So it's going to be weird having everyone policed by someone else, not him. But Joe Bauer, I believe, is leaving Formula 1.
Shame.
He's been in the paddock since the Charlie and Whiting and Herbie Blash days, and now Herbie's back again. But yeah, he's leaving. Lando's rear car smoking a little bit with the engine as well at the start line as he tries to find the bright point. Fine, drops the clutch. Away we go.
It looks smooth.
Yeah, it looked okay. I could almost taste that oil in the mouth. I was looking at it. I could almost taste it.
Great. And therefore the traction was poor.
The wind is so much, it's shaking the camera. Look at that. That's how heavy the wind is. It's actually shaking the start camera. Light smoked blue for Max Verstappen's helmet there. It's lightly smoked fish. That's what's for lunch. 5 lights are on. Lewis Hamilton probably on pole for the only time this year. Drops the clutch and away he goes. Charles Leclerc alongside him, looking good as well.
We should be careful that Yuki doesn't fly away in the wind.
Yeah, somebody tied down Yuki Tsunoda and have it as a matter of urgency. It might.
Do you remember when Mum almost flew away?
I do actually, yes. Okay, right. Let's take a look at the practice results then here from Azerbaijan. The first practice here. It's Sergio Perez who tops the timesheet on a 1:41.076. Charles Leclerc second and Max Verstappen rounds out the top 3. Carlos Sainz is 4th. Fernando Alonso 5th as well. Good job from the Spaniards up there as well. Lewis Hamilton down in 6th position. 1.1 seconds off the pace.
Cancel the right-hand magic.
Just reminding you what happened last year, Dad, to someone here in Azerbaijan. Cancel the magic before you do a lap time. Further down, it's Yuki Tsunoda 7th, George Russell 8th, Pierre Gasly and Esteban Ocon rounds out the top 10. Lando Norris is 11th, Lance Stroll 12th, Kevin Magnussen 13th, Sebastian Vettel 14th, Valtteri Bottas 15th, 16th for Zhou Guanyu, 17th for Alexander Albon, and Daniel Ricciardo rounds out the field in 18th position. 2 lap times done but cancelled Latifi stopped on the track with a car dying, and Schumacher had a massive water failure as well, coming through as well. We were doing a 1:58.332. Okay, cars are still circulating out there on the circuit, as you can see, as they're all coming back into the pit lane after their practice starts as well. Atmosphere seems to be quite exciting and quite tense out there, which is all good news. Megan's still alongside me in the commentary box. How did you find that first session then? It was quite energetic out there, a lot of action.
It was quite... Yeah, I would say energetic is the word, definitely, for that. It was definitely surprising about how many of them could not take that corner. They kept hitting the wall, which I think we should definitely look out for in the race. I mean, imagine that, faster speeds.
Yeah, the race is going to be fun as well. Right, we'll be back later for practice 2 in around about 2 hours' time. So do join us for all of that here on the YouTube channel. Thanks to you, Megan, as well, for being in the box. Practice 1 went smoothly for once. Oh, don't know what happened there. We're going to go back then and have some lunch, and I'll be back for free practice 2. See you later. Bye for now.